So Freewell is at it again. This time they have a tripod. Is this a normal tripod? Of course not. This is Freewell. We have a regular, sturdy as all bloody get-out tripod. We also have a monopod. Then we have a monopod with feet, converted to trekking poles for your fancy hikes. A little desktop tripod. And of course, in 2025, we can't forget a phone holder tripod. A 5-in-1 tripod. And really, a 5-in-1 tripod. Let's talk about it. Now, as many of you know, I have featured a lot of tripods on this channel. I'm a bit of a tripod connoisseur, an expert. Some people would say the world's best expert. Other people would say those people, they flatter me, but they are probably right. The fine folks over at Freewell, they reached out. They know I do a lot of tripods on this channel. They wanted to sponsor this video so that you could see what the tripod has to offer. I checked out the tripod before I agreed to the sponsorship, and Freewell are also great with sponsorships. They don't preview the video, so I can say whatever I want. I will talk about the good and the bad, and hopefully, sponsored or not, you will get enough information from this video to decide if this tripod is something for you. Now, this isn't the only tripod that is multifaceted. Ulanzi have a hiking tripod, but it is much thinner. It is not a real deal heavy-duty tripod, more for just taking casual shots, I think, with smaller cameras. It does have a quick release system, which I do like, but you can't also manipulate the tripod very much. For instance, this is as low as it goes when it is in regular tripod mode. Can't even get it in the shot. There's no center column to go up or down. You can't invert it. So there's all kinds of drawbacks to this thing, but it is very lightweight and it is affordable. I just think it's more for smaller cameras where you go out for casual hikes, because you can remove these legs and they become nice little hiking sticks. Nowhere near as sturdy as this Mama Jamma, and you will see that in a second. So while on paper the Ulanzi might sound like it's competing with the Freewell, I find them to be very different tripods for very different people. So who are the people that this one is for? The Freewell, I think, is for people who want a really heavy-duty, rugged, solid tripod, and if they want to use their hiking sticks, really heavy-duty hiking sticks. These things are solid as rocks, and they will absolutely help you hike on rough terrain. And you have no worries about camera shake if you are doing long exposures, especially if you have the tripod head recessed all the way down. Once again, just a sturdy tripod. And one of the things that makes it so robust is this ball head. My goodness, look at this thing, a solid chunk of metal with really thick knobs to turn. You have a panning function on the bottom, but you also have a panning function on the top, so you can get a dual pan action going. When you remove the Arca Swiss plate, you will see on the back, this is how you get the phone holder. These two little flaps come up, and then you put your phone in right there. You are ready to go if you're going to TikTok and booty pop. You have a spirit level as well as some measurement markings right there on the ball head. Now, they say this thing can take 10 kilograms or 22 pounds. I don't conceive of any setup where I'm going to need more than 22 pounds. And honestly, I think this ball head can handle more. It is crazy solid. The entire tripod can take 20 kilograms or 44 pounds if you are hanging something off the hook and have something on the ball head. 44 pounds. When you extend the tripod to its full height, it's about 62.5 inches or 158 centimeters. But as you can see from this center column here in angle number 2, it is a little bit thin. That does help you pack up the tripod more efficiently. It doesn't have a lot of space right here in between the legs, but if you are taking, say, long exposures on a windy day, this top will be a little less stable than when the head is fully recessed down into the solid base of the tripod. So this is going to be about 52 inches or 138 centimeters, I believe the conversion is. So while the column still locks in very tightly for ultimate stabilization, I would keep that head down. The tripod weighs 1.65 kilograms or 3.64 pounds. So not the lightest weight tripod in the world, but 3.64 pounds for something as versatile as this, that is as rugged as this, I think is not bad. The tripod I've used the most over the past year is this Falcam tree root tripod, and this is 1.52 kilograms, so not that far off this guy, and he has a lot more features. we have carbon fiber legs here and some really thick rubber for the twist locks. And that is great if you're out in the cold and you have gloves on. You can turn these all at once and it's nice and smooth. The twist locks, generally speaking, will give you a more solid experience, while the flip locks, some people prefer them. At the joint of the flip lock, it's not quite as solid. Twist locks on tripods tighten evenly all the way around the column of the leg, whereas flip locks, it tightens in one particular spot. So you're going to get a more even distribution of weight when you have the twist locks. But how does this go from a regular tripod into the other incarnations? Well, the key is to take off this hook here at the bottom, and what is contained in this hook is a little tiny hex key. So then you can pull out your center column and you use your hex key to separate the center column by clicking that right here. Now that is separated, and we have this thing that can go into your desktop using these three little legs right here. So let's take off these big legs here to the center column, take off one, and then we unscrew the other one and the last one. And now we apply these little legs right where the big legs used to be. So now we have our adorable little desktop tripod. Slide in the ball head, tighten that down. There you go. Now you can talk your nonsense with this on your desk. Of course, you can adjust these legs to push them out if you want it to be flatter to the ground. Maybe you want to do some low talking, you know? You want to get down here and get real serious with your audience. You can do that with this freewell. I also like the fact that if you want extra height on your desktop little tripod here, you can extend these feet and make it even taller. Let's say you wanted to get up here, sit up nice and straight. Now you can adjust it. A lot of times if a tripod has a desktop tripod feature, it is not adjustable. So I do appreciate that. To get your hiking poles is very simple. You just take these two big ones off your tripod, and the ones with the foam grips are the ones to use because you have a better grip. And then you can just take off the bottom feet here by unscrewing it, and there is a little spike to help you go through rough terrain or to attack your mortal enemy. Similarly, your regular monopod without the base is very simple. Just put your ball head right on top of one of the legs after you've unscrewed it, and now you have a monopod to just take around. But of course, some people want that base for a hands-free monopod experience. Let's get the base of that monopod using the little tabletop tripod. We will extend the feet so that they go flat down here like this, and now the feet are down on the ground, and we have to get this monopod leg on to this. Make sure you remove the little rubber feet. It exposes your little spike that has a hole in there. You take the hex key provided and then twist to loosen it up. Take this out, and now you have a 1/4 thread here, so you can stick this right on the feet of the monopod. And now you have a monopod fully ready to go. Extend it up, down, do with it what you will. Hands-free monopod. So as you can see, while extremely versatile, there is some disassembly and assembly required. Not the fastest tripod in the world to switch incarnations like this Ulanzi trekking tripod. You can just click it off, quick release right there. However, I think they did it this way with the screws, the thick screws going in for stability. Again, this one lightweight, a little bit flimsy, this one very solid. But there's the rub. If you want a tripod that's excellent with stability, then you can't have a whole lot of quick release functions. You can't have points of failure or points where the stress will cause the tripod to bend. If you do want to be able to switch between modes a lot faster, I would just leave off the long part of this column, because then I can take the ball head, switch it into monopod mode faster, to desktop tripod mode faster. And since I probably won't extend this tripod a lot using this center column, I'll just leave off this bottom part and it'll be a whole lot faster for me. Now, as I've mentioned, my main tripod is the Falcam tree root tripod. Has the patented quick release system here for the legs, and it has an F38 quick release plate that can also take other Arca Swiss style plates. So I really have been enjoying this tripod, and it's also a little bit lighter than the freewell 5-in-1. But the freewell 5-in-1 is 5-in-1 and considerably cheaper than the Falcam. When you look at the Falcam, regular price is $499. Usually you can find a 20% off coupon, but it is still $399 USD, whereas this freewell tripod is coming in $329 is the full price, but I believe they are putting it on discount right now for the initial launch, and I will also have a coupon code that you can check out down below, so you can probably get this for less than $300, which would make it $100 cheaper than this guy. So let me know down below, did freewell scratch that itch? Were you looking for a solid tripod that could be a desktop tripod, as well as a couple of sturdy hiking sticks and a monopod with feet and a phone holder as well? Let me know what you think. We'll have a nice little discussion about it. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.